Welcome to the grid for race one. Scott Lawyer's protest was unsuccessful, so his second place championship in jeopardy. He starts right at the back of the grid. I'm on row 3, Andy Peach and Charlie Richardson right here. A terrific performance from Gary Smith and Justin Sharp. They're on the 3rd row. Their best ever ride by far this season, so expecting big things from them. Barry James and James Wynn right here on the Santander Salt. We're on row 2. Again, ever present. Roger Lovelock, Rick Lawrence, number 49. Have to move a little bit that side. There you go, an outfit right behind you, so be careful. Terrific from Ben Holland and Lee Watson. Second place, and they're on the front row, but by a massive 2-second margin. Tim Reeves, Greg Clues. The championship is in their grasp. Go for it, Tim. Terrific then. Race 1 on the line here, 9 laps. It's going to be a long, long way around this big circuit. Let's go racing. I've omitted to say that Ben and Tom Birchall are away on World Championship duty this weekend. They are wrapping up their second place in the World Championship, which should, you would think, wouldn't you, leave it wide open for Tim Reeves and Greg Clues. 2 seconds a lap quicker they were in qualifying, but I do think there are going to be some young guns there giving them some stick. Clusey with his hand in the air, obviously a problem off the line. I don't know what happened there. It must have spun off the line. I was puzzled because it's almost as though Tim Reeves was giving everyone an opportunity. More hands up. I don't know what that's all about. Gary Smith and Justin Sharp, they've got a mechanical problem just away as they get away on the first lap, but into the lead go Roger Lovelock and Rick Lawrence. Right behind them, it looked like Ben Bygrave. I'll get a better look as they come round. Yep, Gary Smith, Justin Sharp on the number 14 out of the running. Oh, it's Ben Holland, Lee Watson. Ben Holland, Lee Watson from the front row alongside Roger Lovelock and into the lead, going with them Barry James and James Wynn. Lovelock, though, holding them off. Pushing. I've no idea what happened to Tim Reeves. A really, really sluggish start. We're on board with Scott Lawrie and James Reeves siding through. He's got to nip and tuck. Look how he's weaving. No wonder Greg Clues put his hand in the air. He might be thinking, I'm going to have a Scotsman in my backside in a minute, but Scott Lawrie is away. Roger Lovelock with Rick Lawrence's leathers flapping. Nothing wrong with them. He just doesn't like them tight. He prefers them baggy. Well, there you can see a sidecar wheel arch being removed. In the pit lane, Andy Peach, the floor pan, I think, problem there. Something rubbing on the floor. I don't know if they're going to be allowed to stop. Oh no, that's Barry James, upside down again. James Wynn, how many times have we seen the Santander Salt outfit upside down? The driver, of course, stuck in it. They can't get out easily. Driver, rider, call him what you like, but he certainly drives it. He's also a motorcycle rider. Roger Lovelock, the rider there, is a retained fireman. There's a little bit of trivia for you, but they're certainly going well in this one. The flag indicated that the safety car is imminent, so this is going to bunch everybody up. Roger Lovelock's lead is going to evaporate. Ben Holland and Lee Watson right behind him. And Barry James stretched out there on the tarmac, not moving at all. Winnie, James Wynn, walking away with his hands in the air. Basically, the body language said, I don't know what happened there. Meanwhile, the front of the race then, with Roger Lovelock with that huge lead early on. Tim Reeves, I'm perplexed as to why Tim Reeves bogged down. He's certainly got another one of his very, very slow starts. He might be ruining, playing around with his engine and putting in Gary Horsepoles overnight, but nonetheless he's in the running. He's in 4th place at the moment. The number 91 there of Liam Abbott mid-pack, so the youngster being blooded, if you like, for the first time in Eastern Airways F1 competition. Justin Sharp running back to Gary Smith's outfit, and Gary saying, come on, get on, what are you doing on the pit wall? We can get back in the race. If they'll be allowed to rejoin, this will be a good tactical move. With the pace car out, they'll have to form line astern though, on lap 3 of 9. Everyone bunching up, and this is going to do wonders for Scott Lorry's fight through from the back of the grid. Bygrave and Lawson there in fourth. John Clark and Stuart Graham, number 90, in third place. A terrific weekend for them so far. I know it's early days, but the guys from Banbridge, County Down, getting stronger and stronger as the season goes. And the guys in the yellow and black outfit, the number 60 outfit, Ben Holland and Lee Watson, one of our young pretender crews, if you like. They've threatened to come good, and they're certainly delivering the goods here. Tim Reeves in fifth place, holding back a bit. He's going to get a run. Right behind him, we can see Scott Lorry. So there's that huge gap. Look back to Reeves. There's Scott Lorry. Then it's Phil Bell and Phil Hides. Then it's young Steve Kershaw and Rob Wilson on the number 29 blue outfit. So all of the guys who ran well in qualifying are nicely placed to let fly, if you like, when the car comes in. Liam Abbott still behind the safety car, everyone closing up. Scott Lorry in sixth from the back of the grid, so he's done a good job. This will also conserve fuel and tyres. So I expect it to be a ding-dong once the lights go out, and they have gone out on the safety car. It will be coming in the next time, and then racing resumed. We've got a green flag situation. The race is back on. Roger Lovelock and Rick Lawrence were unable to gap anybody. They held back a bit from the car, trying to anticipate the run as they come onto the straight. Lee Watson then, tucking down in, keeping his head down. John Clark, Stuart Graham in third. Race leader, Roger Lovelock, Rick Lawrence. Where's Tim Reeves? Right behind Ben Bygrave and Callum Lawson. So the two similarly coloured outfits, as they come into shot, will be side by side. Scott Lorry cutting them through the middle like a knife through butter. An amazing overtaking, or shall I say undertaking, move from Scott Lorry. We're on board with him now. Let's have a look underneath John Clark. Then Tim Reeves and Ben Bygrave, they've been separated. John Clark then has now fallen under Scott Lorry's hammer. Up to fourth goes Scott Lorry. Second in the championship when he came here. Disqualified in qualifying. Started from the back of the grid. He is on what you might think mission impossible, but one thing is, he's on a mission. Now though, the sharper you get to the pointy end, the faster you get to the front, the speed differential decreases. So he's going to have to ride harder and harder and harder. Relatively easy passing the slow guys, not going to be so easy getting in touch with the top three. But having said that, I've seen a big mistake from Ben Holland. Through into second place goes Tim Reeves and Greg Clues. The sidecar wheel just pawing the air, but they're now in the runner-up spot. The championship looking ever closer for Tim Reeves and Greg Clues. Meanwhile, on a very fast outfit, Roger Lovelock and Rick Lawrence, they certainly have got the legs down the straight. Holland and Watson in third. Still, Scott Lorry then relegated to fourth. So Ben Holland fighting back. He's not prepared to lie down and be trampled on. He wants a podium place. Scott Lorry and James Neve, though, right in his wheel tracks. You're looking at the battle for third. There's your race leader. Second place, Reeves. Third, Ben Holland. Fourth, Scott Lorry, James Neve. Fifth, Ben Bygrave, Callum Lawson. Then I think the John Clark, Stuart Graham outfit are running very much in contention. Reeves and Clues, down goes the right arm of Greg Clues, making himself as small and as aerodynamically smooth as possible. But they're not closing. They are not closing. The gap's something like 2 seconds at the moment. Roger Lovelock and Rick Lawrence on their way, maybe, to a first win here in the 2011 Eastern Airways British Sidecar Championship. Liam Abbott, Chris Judge out of the running, the number 91 outfit, so their debut meeting at Silverstone, not overshadowed by any means. The first four then, but the battle for the lead now shaping up. Tim Reeves going to have to use, he said he enjoys riding this circuit. He said it's fast, it's flowing. When I'm riding my bike and having fun, it's lovely. Well, he's going to have to ride his bike and have a bit more fun if he's going to muscle past Roger Lovelock, because this pairing, not the oldest combined pairing in the paddock, but getting pretty close to it. Vastly experienced and a very, very quick motorcycle indeed, just as quick as the Paget's Honda of the number 77, Tim Reeves. Oh, Reeves sliding in through the back end in. Could be an indication of tyres. It could be, because the tyre degradation here on this very fast 3.7 mile Silverstone circuit has been considerable. Up to third again, Scott Lorry and James Neve. Now down in fourth place as Tim Reeves takes a look at the front, the pointy end of the race. What was it he said? A win in the first race and then a few points in the second. I think that's all I need. Well, he's on his way now to 20 points in the position he's sitting in currently. Second place, 20 points, 25 for the win, 16 for third. Throwing it in there, the chair went light there. The passenger's dilemma here is staying neutral. Do I stay too far left? Do I stay too far right? Do I compromise? Because some of the changes of direction come up so quickly, it's physically impossible for a passenger to get from right to left all the time. So they have to compromise a little bit. Clues is doing a good job, as indeed is Rick Lawrence. And they're not closing on the race leaders at all. Roger Lovelock and Rick Lawrence are out there in the number one spot, knowing that they have a former world champion behind them, the series leader behind them. The Birchall's not here to play, otherwise it might have been a different story, maybe not. Let's give credit to Roger Lovelock because he's winning this race in style. Fourth place, Ben Holland, Lee Watson, and closing on them still, Ben Bygrave and Callum Lawson. Getting a little strung out now, but this is a long, long race and a hugely long lap to remember. And I suspect by the close of play on Sunday, some of these crews will just about know their way round. Reeves is as close now as he's been. He's right in the wheel tracks, in the slipstream, in the dirty air, making a bid on the inside, but no! Roger Lovelock, whining yet again, closed the door, slammed it shut firmly in Tim Reeves' face. The dicing between these two is allowing Scott Lorry and James Neve to close the gap. They're tripping each other up just a little bit. And blocking tactics all the time. On the inside now, Tim Reeves. Has he got the power from the Paget's Honda? Clive Paget very much in evidence here in the paddock, supporting these crews. He's alongside. It's a drag, it's a sprint, it's Suzuki power against Honda power. We're on board with the number 49 green bike. Are we going to see Tim Reeves do a block pass? Can we fight back for the sake of Roger Lovelock? I wonder. No, we can't. Reeves has done it in the sunshine here. At the end of the day, most of the BSB crowd are staying around, which is great for these sidecar boys. They need the encouragement. They like to be on the big stage. 3.7 miles in the late sunshine here at Silverstone to do on the last lap, and Tim Reeves left it late in the day, but now he heads Roger Lovelock. Still, it's Scott Lorry and James Neve. Ben Holland, Lee Watson, their podium has been stolen from them. They're relegated to fourth. Bygrave and Lawson plugging away behind. Roger Lovelock now coming under. We're going to see Scott Lorry here go for second. We're on board with Scott Lorry. His engine is quick. He's alongside and he's up to second. Roger Lovelock fighting back though, throwing it on the inside. Scott Lorry just outbraked himself a bit, ran a little bit deep. And again, that's allowing Ben Holland to stay very much in touch. Ben Bygrave still in touch. Still in second though, number 49, Roger Lovelock. Away at the races now, out in front, Tim Reeves and Greg Clues. Crossing the Formula One car start-finish line, which is half a lap the other side of the circuit. So still 1.5 almost miles to do for Tim Reeves and Greg Clues. We have two start lines here at Silverstone, one for the cars, and we are starting our races from the old original start-finish between Woodcote and Copse. A massive lead now for Tim Reeves, but still that battle for second, anybody's. Roger Lovelock, and up to third has gone Holland. No sign of Scott Lorry. Scott Lorry appears to have gone missing. Ben Holland and Lee Watson now up to third. Scott Lorry slipping down the order. He's still there, he's still there. He's in touch, but he's slipping down the order. Race leader. There goes the hand in the air. That's what I was looking for half a lap earlier. Greg Clues then rounding for the checkered flag. Out of Woodcut they come in the sunshine. Late in the day though, but a terrific win. That just about seals the championship, I think, for Tim Reeves, number 77. Roger Lovelock and Ben Holland, Lee Watson, they made the podium. Let's have a look, confirmation of the result. They're delighted with that because, as I say, it should be the championship. Confirmation, Holland and Watson complete the podium. Bygrave and Lawson right there. Let's have a look down the order. No sign of Scott Lorry. No sign of Scott Lorry, at least not in the top 10. There he is, right down there. DNF, last of the DNFs, and that was a fuel problem, would you believe? As simple as that, he ran out of fuel. Well, it's official. Tim Reeves, Greg Clues, 2011 Eastern Airways F1 Sidecar champions. It's been an interesting season. How do you feel, mate?
Yeah, over the moon, really, mate. You know that back in February I'd officially retired, and everyone rallied round and got us a bit together, and we made the first round just in time, and we haven't looked back since. We've had a great year, flipping hell. We've not finished lower than second, so can't ask for more than that, can you? The bike's been 100% reliable. We lacked a bit of speed, but Honda and Clive Paget and all these boys have really muscled in and got the thing going for us, and it's not far away now. And yeah, I'm over the moon. Fantastic year. Greg's done a good job, and yeah, can't wait for next year. Greg,
Tim said about lacking speed, and Roger Lovelock's bike was really fast.
Yeah, they do very well. Our bike is not really bad, but we have bad start. We try come back, but with the brake it's not easy. But it's fantastic season, and I want to say thank you all my sponsors, LNW, my dad. He helped me, so thank you very, very much. Thank you.
Tim, over the season, you've paid credit to all the other guys out there riding. I think today illustrated how everybody's come on. They were flying.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it? It's nice. It's all right. I like to win, flipping hell, but I don't want it to be easy, and that weren't easy, and that's what it needs to be. You need to have to work for your living, didn't you? But yeah, I just need to thank everyone, the Hayes family and LNW, and Greg's dad has helped us out quite a bit, and Express Tires and Lockerbie have helped us, and John Lawson and Sean Egerty and Silkeline, and what can you say? Everyone. And thanks to Roger for putting on a fantastic series, and hopefully he'll be able to get us a good deal, and we'll be in this paddock for next year for the whole year, so look forward to that.
Well, you've repaid everyone and more, so congratulations and well done to both of you.
Cheers, thanks very much. Enjoy.
Down here in pit lane, the man who's really been behind the engine work in Tim Reeves' Honda, Clive Paget. You put so much into the sport, Clive, and here you are now with the Sidecar champion. How does that feel?
Barry, it's terrific. I mean, Timmy and I are friends from a long time ago. We both worked with Darren many years ago, Darren Dixon, and it's great to see Timmy successful again. We love him to bits, and you know, what can you say? Rode a great race, and good to see the Honda up there.
Are you pleased to see F1 Sidecars back in with the profile they've got and in the right place?
I think it's got to tell you something when we stood under the podium, absolutely. You know, we've always been sidecar fans, terrific. We love the sport, love the class.
That was an absolutely phenomenal race. With it, Tim Reeves romped home to the championship. There's more to come here from Silverstone. Join us again after the break for race 2.